God, it's getting amped up. Wow. You're taking this serious.
I'm get my energy levels up.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 483. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. Today we're going to return to form with an energy deck. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole bunch is going down. I have an infinite itch right here on the corner of my nose, and it's horrific.
Oh,
if
yeah?
you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, you'd see where I'm pointing.
Whoa.
We also have some stories to tell, some people to thank, a very interesting listener. Pardon me.
I told you to get him out.
I tried my
Told you to
hardest,
get 'em
okay?
out.
Listeners submitted deck to talk about, but before we get to any of that stuff, we have to thank our official business daddies. FusionGamingOnline.com. They are your source for all your gaming needs, where you can use special promo code CCO Holiday to get all your energy stuff, Final Fantasy stuff. I think there's a Tarkir set coming up right away. You might be able to get that stuff. I don't know when it's coming out, and neither do you, which is great. And we also have to thank Pilot Bones Brewing Co. They are the second coolest thing to come out of Regina, as well as being the official beer sponsor for CCO's Sidewalk Slam Season 3. Next episode recording chronologically tomorrow for YouTube.
Oh, man, so pumped. So much to unpack. Big thanks to producer Gary and LB in the booth today for the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. Yes. So Sidewalk Slam coming up, Season 3, well underway, I would say. We are making a shot list, and we've got some good friends coming, some Patreon supporters. I want to get right into that because we are graciously extending an invite to all of our Patreon supporters for MagicCon Las Vegas.
Oh,
baby. Planning officially underway. There's nothing else in my way. Full steam ahead. There's nothing else in the way between our trajectory and our velocity, which I know velocity it's a whole thing.
What?
And Las Vegas.
That's right. Velocity only increasing until Vegas.
There you go.
Because that's how velocity works.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
We have started planning in the Discord. It's one of the benefits to becoming a Patreon supporter over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast. And we are planning food. Extracurricular activities. We are putting in for a panel, like a community panel that we would love everybody to come to, and we're looking for ideas for that, whether it be game etiquette or brackets, like we've talked about so much over the last month or so.
Sure.
That I don't even know if I remember how to do a deck tech. So all of that is coming up, and because we've been talking about Patreon and Vegas and all of the exciting stuff that and the community that our patrons are a part of, we actually have two new patrons to thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To say thank you to and give one of their other official benefits their CCO nickname.
Ooh, it's been a while.
Yeah, they've gotten finger blasted in the Discord. That's when you get the middle finger by like 100 people all at once.
Yep.
Don't Google that.
Well, you probably Google it. What's the worst that could come up?
We've live Googled stuff on the show before. I am not going to do that one.
Yeah, no chance.
No.
No.
But first, thank you, shout out, FU, nickname goes to Shane Fisher.
Shane.
More
like shame.
Shame.
Shame
the floppy fish.
Yeah. Is it a euphemism? Who can say?
It's always a euphemism.
It's a euphemism. Shame the floppy fish.
Yes. Shame the floppy. Mr. Floppy. Also a euphemism.
He does the flop of shame. That's what she says. There it is.
There's the nickname. The flop of shame. Oh man, it's been a good long while since we've done that. I like that.
You butchered somebody's name. Let's do it again.
Absolutely. Big FU, thank you, middle finger blast to Charles Crawford. There's got to be something hiding in Crawford that's funny.
I mean, Chuck is short for Charles. We can call him Chuck.
What about like?
Not that Chuck rhymes with anything, but like
What about like
raw?
raw? I was going raw.
Chuck Ford's raw. That's like a thing where he just goes in dry.
Raw dog Chuck Ford. That sounds like a wrestling name. What's his finishing move? Raw dog Chuck
Raw dog
Ford.
Chuck Ford. Oh, I don't even know.
The
It could be a truck reference.
frick,
It could
the
be
raw
a
dog
meat,
roadkill.
It could be a meat grinder reference.
Oh, so many. Oh yes,
Yeah, it's a meat grinder. It's
the meat grinder
That's what
raw
it is.
Chuck Crawford.
Yeah.
The meat grinder also could be a euphemism
Yes.
or a wrestling move, which I mean they do kind of.
They're usually the same. The Impaler, the Unprettier,
Oh, the meat impaler.
the Tombstone, the 619. Yeah, all of those things could be sexy time. 619, real awkward because you're trying to get at the good bits and like you're banging on the back of somebody's head while their butt's in your face. It's weird. But you know, we're not here to talk about that. We're a Magic the Gathering
We're here to talk about Chuck Crawford, raw dog drive-by, meat impaling, pounding.
Yep.
That's his nickname. It's going to be like 100 letters long in Discord.
Flop Shame and Raw Chuck Ford, the
Yep.
meat grinder. Welcome aboard, and we're sorry.
Yes, very much
Yes.
so. Very much so. And if you're coming to Vegas, make sure to get into the Vegas thread on Discord and start the planning. Start dropping in ideas for the panel. Now, we do have to apply for a panel, so there's no guarantee that we're going to get it. That's why I'm a little bit CCO Nation crowdsourcing, to make sure we come up with a good idea that we can demonstrate, like, kind of has the oomph that they expect to hold like an audience's attention for like an hour.
We could just roast the other creators for an hour.
Oh my God, that would be so good. Oh, I want to do that so bad.
We could do that.
I don't think that they would approve of that, but if we got all the other creators on board, we know all those guys, and say, hey, like everybody up on stage, everybody's doing a roast of everybody.
Yeah, it's like, listen, we're all going to sit up there and roast each other, or we're going to sit in the front row of all of your panels and roast you anyway.
Yes,
Your call.
Can you imagine a Joey Schultz and Dana Roach roast? The Roach roast?
Oh.
Oh my God, can you imagine if Max Crandell still did content?
Oh, that'd be it.
Oh man, that'd
Yep.
be it. That'd be the end of him.
They'd cancel MagicCon after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after I got finished roasting Max Randell, that'd be the end of it.
Yeah. I wonder if Charles Crawford raw dog roasts guys.
Does he raw dog roast people? I'll bet he does.
He does.
He's a member of the nation, and that's how we do it.
Charles the raw dog roaster. There's the nickname. I knew it was hiding in there somewhere. Okay, so panel ideas.
Yeah, get them to us in the Discord, or if you want to send them to commandercookout@gmail.com or CCO Brando, CCO Podcast on Twitter. Anywhere you can get at us with your ideas. We'd love to hear them. We'll incorporate them and see if we can get WotC to give us the time of day / free stuff / an opportunity for us to show off how cool we are. And by we, I mean all of us, not just me and Ryan.
Yeah.
In front of the crowd of Las Vegas.
Yeah, very, very good. So now we have a deck. I want to get into it.
Okay.
It's from very long-time listener, Time Cop Cable Beck.
I forgot. I was trying to I knew his name. I knew it was Cable Back, but I couldn't think of his.
Because way back in the day, which was probably a Tuesday, was we said Cable. Like that sounds like a real badass like comic book name or like
it is a comic book name.
90s movie character name.
Wasn't in the 90s, but he was in one of the movies, yes.
And Time Cop is a movie that was like a real action movie from the 90s.
Yeah.
So Time Cop Cable Back, welcome. We're doing a deck, and he actually says in his email that he sent to us, he says, it's been almost a decade that I've wanted to do this. So we're actually going back in time thanks to Time Cop.
Man.
And we've got an energy deck today helmed by none other than Energy Commander Staples,
What?
frickin' Elmar Uvenwald Informant, and Wernog Riders Chaplain. What the fuck? I don't even know what cards those are.
What the? Wait. No, I know who those are. Those are the
Stranger Things reprint guys.
The best friend assholes.
Yes.
It's the girl. It's the little girl with the red hair. And I want to say the cop
Sure.
from Stranger Things.
Editor Joe will have him up on the screen if he feels like it. If he doesn't, we'll show the regular ones. So, big thanks to Editor Joe. We don't want to make any more work for him than we have to. Okay, so Elmar is green, red, 1, 3/2 human haste Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, untap target creature, then investigate, which is to create a clue token that has 2 sacrifice, draw a card. And it has Friends Forever, where it can partner with...
Another thing with Friends Forever.
Yes, Wernog. And Wernog is a black-white, so we're everything except blue.
Right.
1/2 human. When it enters or leaves the battlefield, each opponent may investigate. For each opponent who doesn't, they lose 1 life, and we investigate X times, where X is 1 plus the number of opponents who did investigate. So essentially what you've got is like artifact tokens that help you draw cards in the command zone. Let's call it what it is, though. We're here for the colors.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about that after we talk about the other cards in the deck, because, like, why? There's better things we could do with that all-important spot in the deck. Also, there's 102 cards in this deck, Cable. Get to cutting.
Get to counting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I did that the other day. So I got a set of sleeves, 105 sleeves, and brand new. Picked them up, and they did the thing.
Yep.
Where they went frickin' everywhere, and Rebecca had to like crawl behind the frickin' filing cabinet, and I had to move shelves and shit to find. And I'm counting like this, all fast, like this. I'm pissed off. 105 cards. Like, hey man, I picked up 5 cards for my deck. Then I realized, oh yeah, I used every single sleeve.
Yep. Can't do that no more.
Yeah.
Nope.
AI armor sleeves. Those are who we're getting to make our sleeves for our Kickstarter coming up.
And they're quite good.
Yeah, quite good. They give you 105 in a pack. We haven't forgot about that. It just takes a long time to get art done. So
Yes.
stay tuned.
Especially when you're painting it yourself and
Yeah.
you're already busy.
Uh,
Yeah, see, that was me putting you over, dude. Just
Yeah, there we go.
Ryan's painting one. It's going to be awesome. We talked about it. I had some input. It's going to be fucking cool.
yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very John Wayne, if you will. And you will.
I was trying to make a reference to what we talked about, but without giving it away, but I can't.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. Let's start at the mana dorks, rocks, dorks, whatever.
Okay.
There's 10 of them.
Let me read them real fast, but you have to turn the computer towards me because it's too far away for me to see.
Oh, well, I zoomed up. Yeah.
Well, it's still far. Okay, we have Nature's Lore, Sol Ring, Farseek, Into the North, Etheric Amplifier, Sakura Tribe Elder, Arcane Signet, Conversion Apparatus, Wood Elves, and Solar Transformer. Now, some of those you know, some of those I virtually guarantee you don't because they're energy cards, and why would you? So we're going to talk about some of those quickly, starting with Solar Transformer. It is a 2-drop mana rock that comes into play tapped. When it comes into play, you get energy, energy, energy. You can tap it for a colorless, or you can tap it and pay 1 energy to get a mana of any color.
I actually like that card.
I don't hate it. It's fine.
By itself, yeah, fine. But anything that has also incidental, like energy stapled onto a card that I'm just playing, this card becomes a lot better.
Comes into play tapped. Fuck it.
Yeah, but you're not using that 1 mana on turn 2 anyways.
Yeah.
It puts you on
fuck
to
it.
4 or 5 mana on turn 3 or 4.
Just play a diamond.
Yes,
Don't play a diamond. I was being facetious. That's bad advice. Don't do that.
I play those.
You shouldn't.
I play them. Okay, so then we've got a conversion apparatus. It's 3-drop, taps for a colorless, but you can go 3, tap, get 3 energy, or pay 3 energy, tap, add 3 mana of any combination of colors. That's actually really good.
That's pretty good.
That's a good
yeah.
one. I like that
So
one.
it makes 3 energy or uses 3 energy to make mana, and it also makes mana by itself. That's a cool one.
Yeah, Archaic Amplifier is a new one actually from Aetherdrift Commander decks. This is a 3-dropper. It taps to add 1 of any color, as 3-drop mana rocks tend to do. You can go 4, tap, choose 1, activate only as a sorcery. Double the number of each kind of counter on target permanent, or double the number of each kind of counter you have. This card is insanely powerful in this deck.
Yes, it's also very good if you have an experience counter commander, as
Yes.
I do in 03 Sun's Fury, or Sun's Glory.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, this card will slap the taste out of your neighbor's mouth.
Wow.
And I don't mean the person sitting next to you. I mean your physical neighbor in the house next to you who you don't even talk to, but you're annoyed by their dog because it's barking all the time. Taste
Happens.
out of their mouth.
And out of their dog's mouth.
Yeah.
Man, my neighbor lives like 4 acres away.
Oh, yeah. He'd lose his sense of smell. You hit him so hard.
Man alive. This card, terrible if you have poison counters on yourself.
Yes. Very bad. Don't.
Would
But
not.
Any other kind of counter, though, very good.
Yep. Yep. Is there a game where if you have 9 poison counters, you win the game? Is there a card that does that?
You shouldn't have said that out loud because now there's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Bills in the mail, Watsy. That's why Watsy doesn't listen to other people's content. Okay.
Let's draw some cards.
No, let's do some removal. Let's do some removal. Now, I think it's kind of important to say that all of these are in here because they have energy somewhat stapled to them. So we're not running like the swords and the paths and the lightning bolts and stuff.
Yes.
We do have a card called Harnessed Lightning and a card called Reiterating Bolt. So we could kind of make...
Sure. There's a Wrath of the Skies.
We squint really hard.
Right? If you try really hard, you can see there being some actual cards in here.
Oh, man. I love how it's like Watsy just typed in removal spells into ChatGPT. It's like they got all these things that are like, oh, yeah. Wrath of the Skies. Okay, pay X energy, and then you may pay fucking some more energy or something. Destroy each creature, enchantment, and artifact equal to mana value or energy you pay.
Oh, so you pay X to get X energy, then you can pay any amount of energy to destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with value. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
That's a stupid
It's fine. It's fine in energy decks.
Yeah, static prison.
Probably exile something until this leaves the battlefield and you get energy.
It's an O-ring that comes in and gives you 2 energy. We should keyword that so we don't have to say, because there's like 100 cards that do that. Every fucking card of this deck comes in and gives you 2 energy.
Yep.
God damn it.
Okay. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you got to sacrifice unless you pay energy.
It's terrible. It's a bad card.
Yeah, but it's an energy
I know
card.
it's thematic, but it's a bad card.
Okay. Is this a bracket level 0 deck?
Probably.
You're dumping on this guy's deck.
I know. I know. And it's not because it's his deck. It's because it's an energy deck, and they're still not very good. And we're going to get to that when we're done talking about all the cards, including Behemoth of Vault Zero.
Ooh, this Fallout card. Enters, gives you 4, and when it dies, you can pay any amount of energy equal to target non-land permanent's mana value, then you destroy that permanent.
Sure.
That's probably fine.
So it's a 6/6 for 6, and when it eats shit, you can kill a thing.
With trample, that gives you energy.
Sure.
Territorial Hellkite, 6/5 flying haste for 6. When it enters, you get 2, and then you can pay 1 or more energy. When you do, this creature deals that much damage to each other creature.
It's pretty good.
This card's actually good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because that's like a one-sided wrath. You get to keep your guy, pound somebody for 6.
It's a Pyroclasm right away on its own, or it could be up to and including a chain reaction if you really want it to be.
Yeah, and it's a 6/5 with haste.
That too.
And if anything survives, it flies.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Okay. Localized destruction, you get energy. And if, then you may pay energy or more. If you do, each creature you control with power equal to the amount of energy gains indestructible, and then destroy all creatures.
Sure.
One-sided wrath if you do it right. Reiterating bolt, pay 3 energy. It deals 3 energy or 3 damage to a thing.
Man, that's not very good at all.
Oh, but it replicates. That's what when you get 3 energy.
Oh, the replicate is 3 energy.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
We're not doing a very good job of describing these removal spells.
That's because they suck.
Yeah. Okay.
Harnessed Lightning.
2 for an instant. Choose target creature. You get 3 energy. Then you may pay an amount of energy. Harnessed Lightning deals that much to that creature.
Play Incinerate.
This gives you energy. You could pay 0 energy and not kill something.
Why would you do that?
Because if you've got like a Vorinclex out, you actually get 6 energy. Then you can use 6 energy to like take an extra turn with Gonte's Aetherheart.
That needs 8.
Well, we already have 2. Let's just pretend.
Okay.
Okay. Galvanic Discharge.
Yeah.
Man, I would see a doctor if I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially since like it kind of looks like that's what he was doing. You can look if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the art of the thing. It's like a shaft that he's holding in his fist, and it's being struck by lightning and crumbling. Like,
it was a shaft.
Yeah, now it's not anymore.
Yeah.
He was just going for it, and the static electricity buildup caused a galvanic discharge. And what did it do, Ryan?
It discharged.
No, just read the card. That's when you read the card.
Yeah. I know. I was trying to just summarize it. Choose target creature or planeswalker. You get 3 energy, then you may pay an amount of energy to deal that much damage.
Boom.
Sure. That's like Lightning Bolt, but doesn't hit a player.
Sure.
Man, that's almost Lightning Bolt. You almost like that card.
No, I don't.
You almost do, though.
No.
Can you imagine if it said player on there? You'd play that card.
I wouldn't.
You fucking
I just
would.
play
You
Lightning Bolt.
shut your stupid mouth. You would play this card.
No.
If in a world where Uncle Brando can play 40 Lightning Bolts, this was almost one of them.
Very close, but not quite there.
Okay. Galvanic Discharge guy, you're going to die young.
Yeah.
Choose target creature. You get 2 energy, then you may pay any amount of energy to give -1/-1 equal to energy.
If you're wondering if we play Live Fast, yes, we do. We're going to get to that in just a minute here.
Okay. Card draw?
Card draw.
Is Live Fast the card draw version?
Tis.
Okay. Now, some of these are easy because they're just draw two, draw two, lose two.
Yeah, he plays basically every 2, lose 2, get 2, whatever. So
Knight's Whisper, Sign in Blood, Read the Bones, and Live Fast. But that one also gives you energy.
Yes, you pay 3, draw 2, lose 2, get 2 energy.
Oh, and Dire Sight. That's the Surveil 2, draw 2, lose 2.
Yes.
Okay, so on to Unstable Amulet.
I kind of like this card.
I like the art on this card. I like that card.
It's a neat card.
Okay, give it a read. Can you read that small?
It's an artifact for red 1. When it comes into play, you get 2 energy. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And you can tap it and pay 2 energy to exile the top card of your library. You can play it for as long as, or until you exile a different card with it. So it's pretty cool. I like that card. It's kind of a neat card. And good in an energy deck, so it lets you draw a card over and over again.
Okay. Amped Raptor is a 2/1 first strike. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Then, if you cast it from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You can cast it by paying an amount of energy equal to its mana value instead of actually paying for it. It's like a sort of Cascade, but you got to have energy.
So it's not really a 2-drop. If you want to take advantage of it, because you have to have done lots of work to get enough energy to play the things that you're going to cascade into.
Yes. I was going to say, if you have a deck that's only like fucking 2 drops, then it's fine.
We don't.
But we don't. Okay. It's probably good, though, because...
I'm not saying it's bad. I just think like it's wasted in the early game, which is unfortunate.
If we had a commander that, let's say, bounced this guy a whole bunch of times so we could just dig through our deck and kind of make him into a pseudo-tutor.
That'd be cool.
Man, I've got a joined word that. A suitor?
Nope.
Frick. Not like a suitor. A suitor like with a P.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
People at home know what I'm talking about, though.
Sure they do, but it's still not the right word.
Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Ooh, I hope this guy and his glint sleeve don't get galvanic blasted. Okay. When it enters or attacks, you get an energy, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you can pay 2 energy. If you do, draw 1, lose 1, and it happens to be a 2/1 menace.
Sure.
That's fine. Pima Trailblazer.
I like this one. This is actually a really cool card. I like this one.
Okay, this is an Elephant Warrior. Give it a read.
Yeah, all right. And it is a 3/3 for 3, one of which is green. It has trample. Whenever it attacks and deals damage, you may get energy equal to the amount of damage that you did. Then you can pay 6 energy, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this, and then you draw cards equal to your biggest bro.
Oh, that's actually... And it's a trampler.
Yeah.
So even if it gets blocked with a 2/2 chumper, let's say, you're still going to probably draw like 3.
It makes lots of energies, and then it in itself lets you draw 5. And if you're playing green, which you obviously are, you'll probably have an even bigger dude that you can then use to draw even more cards.
Yeah, I think that this card is probably a real good card in the deck.
And unless somebody kills it, there is a point where after the third like full-on hit it does on somebody, an activation, it just enables itself.
Because it gives you 6 energy when it hits them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
blockers or no.
Yeah, that's a pretty good card. I like that one lots. That's a new one from the new energy deck.
Yeah, but it's got exhaust. That's the thing about it. You can only do that one time.
That sucks.
Yeah, this card sucks.
Never mind, this card's bad. I thought that was just like
I just read that
like
too.
a hyphened word. Yep. Yeah, never mind. This card sucks. I take everything I said about it back. This card is terrible. Cut it.
If
it's 102 cards, cut this one.
If you could draw like 6 off of this, and it's an energy like enabler that also does a one-time shamanic revelation.
Sure.
That's pretty good.
No.
It's serviceable, playable. Okay, Wheel of Potential. Okay, this is a 3-drop. You get 3 energy. Then you may pay X energy. Each player may exile their hand and draw X cards. Okay?
Sure.
If X is 7 or more, you may play cards you own exiled this way until end of turn.
Your next turn.
Your next turn. Ooh, is this good?
No. No, it is not.
Is any energy card in this deck good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there are some that are quite good. This is just, again, it's an energy version, which means it's the Giant Tiger version of a better card.
Oh, I like that. Giant Tiger. Wish.com is another one.
Wheel of Fortune. It's the Temu version of Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Misfortune, which are just overall, I would suggest better cards to play. These are thematic and neat. Truth be told, I do own a borderless one because I think it's pretty cool. And one day you will see me play this card, but it is not this day.
Uncle Brando's Energy Emporium.
That's right. Once
Deck.
energy becomes a thing, maybe I'll try it. Probably not, but I could if I wanted to.
Could you please name the deck that?
Yes.
Uncle Brando's Energy Emporium.
That's
I think
exactly
this
what
card's actually good, and I love the name, Wheel of Potential. Uncle Brando, you really have potential. Whew, I cracked myself up. Okay, that's our card draw.
That's all the card draw. I like how it's a May and it's all players. Like you could hypothetically play that, get 3 energy, pay nothing into it, and you could say, hey guys, you can exile your hands and get nothing if you want. And Matt O would probably do it. Shout out to our boy Matt O. He's a wild card. Man's a wild card.
Okay. Oh man, this is why we don't do deck techs. We end up just taking a big old dump on everything. Okay, protection and recursion. We got 4 cards total. We've got Consulate Surveillance. When it enters, you get 4 energy, and you can pay 2 energy to prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn by a source of your choice.
I like this card in this deck.
This card in this deck, if you got 10 energy, you can prevent like 5 creatures hitting you, or like if somebody's doing Earthquake for frickin' 29.
Yeah.
I could pay 2 energy and take nothing. Everybody else dies.
Yeah, great big giant commander. This is a cool card. Those prevent damage from a source cards, I think are grossly underrated, and this is one that can be used over and over and over again, twice when you play it. I think this is a cool card. I like this one.
I play all of those cards that you just described except this one in my Hurricane deck, my Enchantress Hurricane deck. And they are very good.
See?
Yeah. Hurricane for 38. I'll prevent all damage to myself.
From Hurricane. Yes.
Okay, Flawless Manure. If you control your commander, and you have 2, so you probably will, you can cast it for free. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
This is very good.
This is from the Flawless Maneuver cycle.
Yeah, the Flawless, the new free cycle. There's a freaking
Deadly Rollick and Deflecting Twat and Fierce Guardianship and the fucking green,
the green one.
Yeah, it's a fog.
Yes, it is.
It's a fog, which would be good in this deck. If you're playing Flawless Maneuver and don't want to spend $17,
you could pay $7 and play fog.
There you go. Okay, and then the recursion, we've got Jolted Awake. Choose up to 1 target artifact or creature you control. Oh no, sorry! In your graveyard, you can get you
get 2 energy.
Yeah, you get 2 energy. Then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that card's mana value, and then get it back to the battlefield.
Pretty good.
It's probably good. It's probably good because you're not going to cast this on turn 1 through 5.
No.
This is like, I've got 15 energy. I'm going to get back my 6-drop guy that when he dies, I can kill something. I'm going to get back that dragon, Territorial Hellkite, right?
Correct.
And then we've got a Chthonian Nightmare?
Chthonian Nightmare. And this is a throwback to the last couple of days we're talking about the ban list, because this card
is it.
It's Timu Recurring Nightmare.
Yes. And
Woo!
it's got the CHTH in there. That's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. So this is, when it comes to play, you get energy. It's an enchantment for black 1. You can pay X energy, sack a creature, return this to your owner's hand, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to play, activate as a sorcery.
Bro, if you got 20 energy, this is Recurring Nightmare.
Yes.
This card, I bet you this card fucks.
Probably, if you have 20 energy. Which I never do, so I can't play this one. I'm stuck with my damn banned Recurring Nightmare. Still.
That you paid $70.
Yes.
I bet you in an energy deck, this card will knock people's teeth out.
Oh, I'll bet you in this deck, this card is exceptionally good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's talk about some dudes. We got to get some energy now, and then we'll get to some payoffs. And some of the payoffs are actually pretty fucking nuts.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Now, I think for the most part, I'm just going to say like how many energy, and if there's another thing. Is that fair?
Our first 2 cards do the exact same thing. There's red 1 for a 2/1 and black 1 for a 2/1. One has first strike, one has haste. Both of them come into play, get 2 energy. You can play 2 energy to get a servo when they attack.
Oh.
That's what those 2 cards do.
Death Touch, you mean?
Death Touch
The
is what I
black
meant to say. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Cool. Ether Torch Renegade.
Oh, this guy's got energies printed all over him.
Oh, yeah.
He is 2/1 for 3. Enters, get 4 energy. Tap, pay 2 energy. Deals 1 to target creature. Who cares? But if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energy, he deals 6 damage to target player.
Sure.
That's okay.
That's fine.
He gives you 4 when he enters.
He gives you 4. That's why we play him.
And we're going to see the last card in this section immediately turns this guy on.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Okay. Decoction module?
Decoction. Oh, like getting, what's that card we were talking about earlier?
Blasted?
Yeah, Galvanic Blast module.
What was it?
It's Galvanic Blast.
Galvanic
Discharge. Galvanic Discharge module. There we go.
Yep. Hold on, I gotta find it again. Galvanic Discharge module enters. You get a thing.
The creature attacks. You get an energy. Pay 4 and tap it. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand.
Yeah.
So you can bounce your dude that gives you 4 energy back to your hand and play him again and get 4 more energy.
That's pretty good. Okay. Ooh, baby. This guy's Galvanic Discharging all over. He's Long Tooth Cub. 2/2 for 2. So he's actually a bear, not a cat. If you know, you know. He's 2/2 for 2. He's also a walrus. Cuckoo. Deals combat damage to a player. You get 2 energy. You can pay 2. Give him +1/+1 until end of turn.
Now, counter.
Sure.
That's very different.
Agreed.
Yes.
Man,
one is very good.
All these ETB energy guys, we should just be frickin' blinking them, don't you think?
We're not playing blue, so we can't.
Frick.
Yep.
Okay. Pima, Ether, Seer. SEER. Like somebody who is
seeing.
Yes, like a prophet.
Yes, it's a 3/2 for green 3. Whenever it enters, you get an amount of energy equal to the greatest power among dudes you have, and you can pay 3 energy to force target creature to block.
Do another one. What's the next one?
Sage of Shalia's Claim, or Shalia's Shame, because it probably isn't a very good card.
Yes.
Dunking on everybody. It's green 1 for a 2/1. When it comes into play, you get 3 energy. Full stop.
Do another one.
Scurry of Gremlins is an enchantment for red, white, 2. When it comes into play, you get 2 gremlins and an amount of energy equal to the number of creatures you have. You can also pay 4 energies. Creature you control get +1/+0 and haste until end of turn.
You get gremlins equal to the energy you have?
No, you get 2 energies, then you get energies equal to the number of creatures you have.
That's pretty good.
That's not too bad.
I like that.
That's not too bad. It costs 4, but it gives you at least 2, which is pretty okay. The odds are you're going to have not just those gremlins, so it probably gives you 4 or 5, I would imagine, per coming into play.
If you go if you go commander on turn 2, commander on turn 3, this guy on turn 4, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 energy you break even on mana.
And then you can just pay it all +1/+0, get in there for what, like solid 9.
And haste until end of turn. This card, Scurry of Gremlins, their noses, I'm not going to say what they look like.
Elephants.
We are thinking of different things. But also...
Anteaters.
Still different.
Oh.
This gives me Flamekin Zealot vibes.
That's exactly what that is.
Pay energy to get +1 and haste until end of turn for all your bros?
Yeah, and even it kind of costs the same magic, except I think Flamekin Zealot is red, white, 1, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And this is an enchantment, so I can't just reoccurring nightmare this back a whole ton of times.
Yes.
Frick. That would be frickin' good. That would make the deck good.
You know what we could do is just play Flamekin Zealot and then do that, because we're playing Recurring Nightmare. Sort of.
Yes. Okay. Servant of the Conduit enters, you get 2 energy. You can pay energy to make a mana. Thriving Grubs enters, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you could pay 2 energy to put a +1 counter on it. Ether Storm Rock, that's a giant bird. It's a 3/3 bird.
Mm-hmm.
And when it enters under your control, you get energy.
It or another creature.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, and then when it attacks, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, put a +1 counter on it and up to 1 target creature defending player controls.
I don't like that part.
I don't like that, but this flies and gets big.
Sure.
Okay. Architect of the Untamed.
I like this one.
Landfall, energy, pay 8 energy, get a 6/6 beast. That's freaking good.
Yeah.
Another one, Nisa World Soul Speaker. Landfall, get 2 energy, pay 8 energy, play permanent spell for free.
Yes.
Really good. Rampaging Etherhood.
Also good. Keep in mind these last 3 cards that have been very good, all from the most recent precon.
They're starting to amp up their energy so people actually give a shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This one's a 4/4 for 5 trample with ward 2, because of course it does. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get an amount of energy equal to its power. Then you can pay 1 or more energy. If you do, you put that many +1/+1 counters on it.
At the beginning of your upkeep, that's too bad.
So on your upkeep, it'll give you 4 energies, and then you can pay those 4 energies to turn this into an 8/8, and then your next upkeep, you'll get 8 energies, and then you can put in to make it a 16/16.
Yeah.
Or you can just have the energies.
Or you can have the energies, and once you get it big enough, with some of our payoff cards and the last card in this section, you're going to see that they really start to snowball.
Yeah.
Okay, Razor Field Ripper. That is when you have a very large discharge out of your butt.
Well, I was thinking, you ever see that movie 7?
Also that, oh, yee. Gross. Stop that.
What the hell was that?
Whoever did that.
That was weird.
For people who are unaware, there's some piece of technology in the studio that's talking, and I don't like it, and I don't want it to happen again. I'm looking right at LB, and he's looking at me, giving me the same look. Okay, Razorfield Ripper. When it,
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was.
It said something about a SIM card.
Yeah.
Razorfield Ripper is a frickin' equipment creature. It's a 3/3 for 3. When it or equipped creature attacks, you get energy until end of turn, where how much energy is it? It gets +X, where X is the amount of energy you have. There we go. And you can equip it by either paying 2 or 3 energy.
Oh my God. These cards have so many words on them.
I know.
Okay.
For so little.
Yes. Ether Flux Conduit. Whenever you cast your spell, you get an amount of energy equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell.
Yes.
That's freaking good.
That's very... Keeping in mind, if you're going to do something like Cascade, your cascaded spell will give you no energy because you didn't spend mana to cast it. Important.
Mana equal to the amount of mana spent to cast the spell, not its converted mana cost.
Correct. Those are important things.
Let's see what it does. Tap, pay 50 energy. Yes. Draw 7 cards. You may cast any number of spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. Oh.
Yeah, see there. So you can't just do it and then do it again.
Well, I get to draw 7 then and basically do everything.
Yes.
Which is pretty good.
But let's say those 7 have a total of 50 mana cost somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Then
they're all Dracos. Okay. Aetherwind Basker. This guy is basking and he is out in all of his lizard glory. Do not Google that. He's a 7/7 for 7 with trample. When he attacks or enters the battlefield, you get energy for each creature you control, and you can pay energy to give him +1 until end of turn.
it's fine. It's a fine card.
If I'm going to pay 50 into something, it might be this guy. Actually. Okay. Aetherworks Marvel. This card's good.
It's not too
This
bad.
card was banned in Standard, wasn't it?
Probably.
I think it was.
Yep.
Whenever a permanent you control is put into your graveyard, you get an energy. This is an engine.
Yes.
This is an engine. Dump my whole frickin' everything to get 50 energy.
Yep.
Then I can pay 6 to look at the top 6. Tap, pay 6, look at the top 6. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom in a random order.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, if I could untap this, maybe do it 2 times, that's like a pseudo-tutor.
Yep.
A suitor, if you will.
I won't.
Oh.
No, you're not going to make that one happen, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to force it. Don't Google that.
No.
Ether Refinery, 6-drop artifact. If you would get, here we go, 1 or more energy, you get twice that many energy instead. There we go. Yeah. And you can tap, you get energy, then you may pay 1 or more energy. If you do, you create an XX black Aetherworks creature token where X is the amount of energy paid. Don't care about that part.
Yeah.
Energy doubler.
Yes. Make energy when you tap him. That's pretty good.
Yes. Evolution Sage is next. That's Landfall Proliferate.
Energy. And I don't think energy should be counters, but it is. So you play a land, you proliferate your energy.
Yes. Oh, man. Guide of Souls. Human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get a life and an energy. So that's fine. Whenever you attack, you may pay 3 energy. When you do, put 2 +1 counters and a flying counter on target attacking creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types.
I'm actually surprised that this is the first time I'm ever actually looking at that card. Because that actually seems really cool.
It's a soul sister that is incidental energy. I don't care about that part because it's a 1-drop that gives you a life when a creature enters for 1 mana.
It does what the Soul Sisters do.
Yep.
Plus, it can make your guys big and fly.
Yes.
You know, just by doing what you're already doing, and it does it all on one card. And it's not like you're out anything if you're tracking energy. It's not day and night. It's not speed.
The only caveat is its creature enters under your control.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we're paying 50 and casting 7 creatures.
Yeah. We could just do that. You know, we just have creatures come into play. It's not like we're playing any.
Yeah. Yeah. We're playing lots of creatures.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Ether Refinery, great card. Energy doubler. Final energy doubler and very good card and most expensive card in the deck.
By a lot.
Vorinclex Monstrous Raider.
This card is awesome.
This card, you know what?
I like literally everything about this card. I like that it's a 6/6 for 6. I like in the alt art, he's just fucking eating somebody.
He's chewing a guy in half, like what's the famous painting, Saturn eating his own baby or whatever?
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Editor Joe will have it on the screen if he wants.
Then he has trample. Then he has haste. Then if you would put counters on anything for any reason, anytime, anywhere, ever, you double it. Then there's even more, because there has to be more. And if your opponents would put counters on anything for any time, anyway, ever, they get half of them instead. So if they activate a Planeswalker ability that's a +1, they get fucking nothing. If they tap their guy to put a +1/+1 counter on it, nothing. If they have a Cather's Crusade that's going to make all their dudes big, and you don't want them to have to manage all those tokens, because that's why you'd play this card, they get fucking nothing. It's awesome.
Yeah, and this guy works the way you want it to with doubling season too, right? Like, not just when a Planeswalker enters, they get double the loyalty.
Correct.
If you +1 your Planeswalker with this guy, you actually +2 it.
Yes.
If you +3 your Planeswalker, you're actually +6ing it. In addition to when it enters the battlefield and gets its loyalty counters, boom, double.
Yeah.
It's like doubling season. This card
It's
awesome.
so good. It's so good.
And last time I checked, like 1 minute ago, energy, counter.
That's true.
You get double counters with this guy.
Yeah.
And you can beat your opponent to death with it.
Yeah, you can also just stomp them in the face.
Yes. Now, if this guy wasn't an enabler, an engine, and a payoff all in one, we've got 9 other payoffs.
Ooh.
And this is when we're starting to really lube up the joints, if you will. I know.
We're plumbing the depths.
Yes, we're plumbing everything here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is automated assembly line.
Sure.
Okay, so 2-drop artifact. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you get an energy.
Cool.
Sure, fine. But you can pay 3 energy to get a tapped 3/3 robot artifact creature token.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate that because I can pay 30 energy
Get 10.
and get 30 power worth of guy.
Yeah.
So 3 at a time, you can convert your energy into power.
I like that.
That's a good rate.
Yep. That is a solid rate of return.
Oh, man. It's Bristling Hydra, but my brain told me Blasting Hydra.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that card better. I like what you said, except instead of having heads, it just has cannons. And there's like a little goblin sitting in a chair in the middle, like aiming them. That'd be awesome.
No, it's the same guy from Galvanic Discharge aiming them. Blasting Hydra. 4/3 Hydra for 4. When it enters, you get 3 energy. You can pay 3 energy to put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains hexproof until end of turn.
I don't think that's a very good payoff.
No.
Like it's fine, but I feel like that's more of an energy getter-etter more than a payoff. You know what I'm saying?
I like Aetherwind Basker better
like
than
the-
Blasting Hydra. Aetherwind Blaster or Blasting Hydra?
I like Guide of Souls better than Bristling Hydra too.
Ooh.
Because you pay the same amount, but you give a dude flying and twice the power. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see if we can one-up that. Okay, we've got Brotherhood. Scribe. Okay, this is another 2-drop. It's got Metalcraft, so you have to have 3 or more artifacts to make this actually even frickin' work.
Okay.
Okay, tap, get an energy.
Sure.
Okay. Whenever you get 1 or more energy during your turn, creatures you control, creatures, mind you,
Yep.
plural, get +1/+1 until end of turn.
Why is it during your turn? Why can't you use this when you're blocking?
Oh, yeah, because
That
you can
is so
galvanic
stupid.
discharge and kill a guy, and then you can also kill more guys, and you blow your opponent all the way out.
Good.
Yes.
It's not like they can't see it coming.
Yeah, man.
You're playing fucking energy. You need to be able to blow people out somehow.
Blow out your opponent coming. Galvanic discharge?
Don't Google any of that, especially if it's together. And if you do,
send us the deck list.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, no, this is it.
This is
This is it.
Yeah, you have to send us the whatever the third from the top web page is. That's the one I want to see.
No, you know what I want to see? I want to see the AI generated art of that.
Ooh,
yeah.
All right.
People with like 6 hands and they're all jerking somebody off. Okay, over the top.
I fucking love this card. I love this card.
Okay, give it a read.
I unabashedly love it. It is a sorcery for red 5. Each player reveals a number of cards off the top of their deck equal to the number of permanents that they have.
Yep.
Then they put all the permanents in those cards into fucking play, and the rest of them go to the bin. And then the game fucking ends, because it always ends after you do that. Always. And in this particular deck's case, you probably lose.
Game's gonna end, but I'm gonna be the loser. So everybody just reveals 7 and gets the best stuff?
Yeah, or, well, it'll be more than 7, because it's equal number of permanents you have. Non-land permanents,
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
So, like, if somebody's playing, like, let's say you're playing Shrufus.
Yeah.
And somebody plays this, and you have, like, 95 things, you just... And then you've decked yourself, and you die.
Oh,
But,
man.
you know...
Uncle Brando, could I make Gruel Mill with Shrufus and Over the Top?
Yes.
Oh, man. Send me that deck.
Too many tutors, because you have to make Shrufus happen.
Dang it.
Now, the whole deck just is Shrufus enabling.
Frick.
But it could be done, yes, very, very easily.
Birthing pod. Is there a birthing pod that finds me creatures and sorceries?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Sentry Bot. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature attacking you. It has flash. It's a 2/5 for 5. When it enters a battlefield, you get energy for each creature attacking you.
That's pretty good.
Which might be lots, but probably it's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's a couple.
Yeah. At the beginning of combat on your turn, so you got to survive, you can pay 3 energy. If you do, put a +1 counter on each creature you control.
Sure.
I don't think we have enough creatures to make this happen. Like, to make it worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, again, I keep dunking on the deck as if it's bad, but I'm not. It's just the card selection available to the deck is kind of low, and our creatures, therefore, are kind of low end, with the exception of a couple guys and Vorinclex, right? Continue with Aether Revolt.
Okay. Aether Revolt. Hey, this is what they... this is when they name a card after a set.
Sure.
This is the Aether Revolt, I guess.
I guess so.
It has the ability Revolt on an enchantment for 4. As long as permanents you control left the battlefield this turn, if a source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2. Whenever you get 1 or more energy, Aether Revolt deals that much damage to any target. Whoa, wait a sec.
Cool.
That's actually good, because we could do something where we get like 4 energy, and then we can frickin' deal 8.
Is there a crazy
whatever.
version of this card? Because that could actually work in Norrin.
Oh yeah, because he leaves the battlefield.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit about that bottom line, but him leaving the battlefield turns it on, and then him coming back makes the deck work.
Well, this is a rare from Modern Horizons 3, so it might have a widescreen version.
That's not good enough.
Not good enough.
It'll probably be. There's a new secret lair coming out. What, tomorrow? We'll probably be able to get.
Oh
some.
yeah,
It'll
and if
probably be
not, then on Tuesday.
it's a 70-cent card. I'm sure it'll be printed in a secret lair for sure.
Yeah, probably as a secret card.
Yeah.
Lightning Runner. It's a 2/2 for 5. Death Touch. Nope. Double Strike. Haste. When it attacks, you get 2 energy. And then you may pay 8 energy. I love how they just put 8 energy.
Instead of energy. Yeah.
If you do, you untap everything and you frickin' do it again.
Pretty good.
And it already has Double Strike.
Also pretty good.
If you could, like, say, pay 8 energy and then 3 more energy to, like, give your whole team +1, and you got a double attack step now, now we're starting to galvanically discharge on our opponent.
Yes.
Okay, Gonti's Aetherheart. Okay, 6-drop, legendary artifact. When Gonti's Aetherheart or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you get energy. Ooh,
Okay.
that's good.
It's pretty good. And I guess here's finally a card that works with our commanders.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because we're investigating, right?
Yes, we are. We're investigating. So I guess there's always card draw in the command zone, hey?
Sure.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then you can pay how many? 8?
8.
8 energy, exile Gonte's Aetherheart, take an extra turn.
Sure.
That's just fine. This is just a powerful card when I have like a bunch of energy kicking around.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
And especially if I've got the guys, again, that I can give my whole team +1/+1 and then get a secondary double combat in, right? So instead of doing 8, I'm doing 16, and then I'm actually doing 32.
Yeah.
Over the course of 2 turns and double stuff, right?
And that's not horrific. And it's one of those extra turn spells that nobody's going to give you shit about.
Exactly.
Because you can't recur it unless you're playing Rift, Sweeper, and a bunch of tutors, and then you're probably not playing this deck anyway. So
yeah.
Get over it if you...
Infinite turns, Gonte's Aetherheart with Rift, Sweeper, and Pull from Eternity on a frickin' Isochron Scepter.
There it is.
That sounds like a lot like a Arcslogger combo.
Yeah, that's what I meant
episode.
there. Yeah. And I think this might be the second best card in the deck. It's probably the second most expensive card in the deck. Also, that is in the land. All will be 1. Also a card named after a set.
Yep.
It's an enchantment for red 3. Whenever you put a counter on yourself or something else, it deals that much damage to something. And whenever a red permanent you control deals damage, I think you put a counter on something too.
Yeah, all will be 1 deals that much damage to target opponent, creature an opponent controls, or planeswalker an opponent controls. So it basically gets everything. And
you just can't get yourself with it.
Yeah, essentially, if you're just starting the energy train and you've got the energy doublers and you've got either the guys at ETB to give you energy or frickin' reoccurring nightmare, sacking and then getting back the guys that give us energy when they ETB, like we can start to make a little bit of an engine, right?
Plus the Catholian Nightmare also gives you 3, which would then do 3 damage
on
its own, right? So it's
or 6 if you've got like a
doubler of some kind.
Yeah, a Vorinclex, or what's the other one? Ether Refinery.
Honestly, just because there's no tutors in this deck.
Correct.
I would suggest humbly, because it's a bit of a low power deck, and sometimes games got to end. If you're going to play this deck in the wild, you're going to want to cut 2 things to make it 100 cards. That's the first thing you want to do.
Yep.
Then, of the 99 cards that are left, you're going to want to cut one of them, and you're going to want to play the Red Terror as well.
The Red Terror. The Red Terror.
The Red Terror is a card that goes infinite from with all will be 1, and it just, game's got to end, and sometimes I'm going to die on this hill. You need to have a way to beat a deck that's just way better than yours. And again, not dunking on the deck, but this one is going to run into that fairly often.
Oh, you know what? If an opponent steals your Vorinclex, you can't make energy anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, high risk, high reward, baby.
Yeah.
Game gotta end.
Or if you play me, because I play Vorinclex in lots of decks.
Yeah.
Just because it does that.
Yep.
Because it's fucking awesome.
So, okay, let's keep moving on. These are classic CCO deck tech things. We're looking at strengths and weaknesses. Strengths. I love that it fights on its own axis.
Me too.
Probably nobody else is going to be doing this.
Yep.
Probably nobody else is playing frickin' leeches from Fallen Empires or the Dark or whatever to remove all your counters.
I hope not. And
that's great.
And let's be honest, if that happens to you, you can't be mad. You need to buy that person a beer because they worked hard for that.
You got to give them a galvanic discharge under the table.
They've been waiting so long to do that. Let them have it. Just let them have that win.
Lots of new, interesting, and powerful energy cards have come out recently.
And we're going to see more in the future, I would bet.
Yep.
So this is a deck that's, if you keep it around, it's always going to be, you can toy with it and tune it to your liking, which is cool.
We've got a bunch of, I'll say a bunch of, but a few good energy commanders now. And because energy is in all 5 colors, we can do the partner mix and match to give the deck the flavor or like the sub strategy that we want. I think that's kind of an understated one that we aren't really taking advantage of in this particular deck, but it is a strength of energy. It's in all 5 colors.
Yes, that is very good.
Now, moving over to the weaknesses, usually because of the lack of energy and it being in several colors, you do have to diversify your mana base, which can be expensive.
Yes, you have to pay money to make sure your energy works, and your cost to return ratio, unless you already own the cool lands, probably not going to be worth it for you.
It's probably going to be a slow deck.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this one now. I talked to one of the pre-show yesterday. In my opinion, I think that this deck kind of wastes its command zone by having just 2 random guys in there for colors. When there is a commander like Saskia out there, I talked about it a minute ago, play the Red Terror, so you have like that game-ending combo just to make sure you can beat the really difficult decks. Saskia helps to do that too, because she comes into play, you pick the deck that you don't think you can beat, and then you hit everybody else with your creatures, because that's what you're doing, is just doming them with mid-sized guys. And as you're doing that, you're also hitting the player that you're going to have a hard time with. So I think that Saskia might be a better choice of commander for this deck.
Oh, yeah, Saskia, good. F.U. Smitty play Saskia.
Yes, that's just my opinion, but I think that that's a thing. It also frees up a slot for the Red Terror.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you're losing a commander.
That's right.
I've got another strength and weakness kind of, we'll make the strength and weakness kind of complement Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
And you could morph this or morph a energy precon into a deck like this, a customized energy deck that encompasses more colors or more energy cards. That's great, but you got to start with a precon, and the precons that have energy as a theme, there's only 2 or 3 of them, and precons only available for so long, and once they're out of print, precons can actually get quite expensive. So if you want to do an energy deck, I think a precon, great place to start.
Correct.
But if you want to do it sooner rather than later, like Time Cop Cable Back waited 10 years, probably had to go out and buy every single one of these cards.
No, because one of them is current. If you're listening to this as we release it, which you should be, and we really appreciate you for doing it, the easy-to-find deck that nobody wants of the precons is the energy one.
The Aetherdrift one, it's half as many monies.
Yeah.
And if you want to save even more money, you can get it at fusiongamingonline.com with CCO holiday promo code.
And for the record, when I say nobody wants it, it's because the other one is so good.
Yeah.
The other one is so good. This one is also very good, but because it's sitting next to the best one, nobody gives a shit about this one.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to say one more small weakness of the deck.
Sure.
It goes back to the
You're
choice
all
of
about the
commander.
weaknesses, man. You're all about it.
This is just a thing. Ryan talked about it. We have all the good, cool energy commanders that have been released that are powerful, that do energy stuff, and we're playing none of them in the deck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're not playing any of them because we're not playing blue, because all of them have blue.
Yes.
I understand why we're doing that. The color choices and all that stuff. I totally get that, but we are kind of missing some of the command zone payoffs. So the deck is a little bit weak if people know what you're doing and they just get your payoff. Now you have like 1,000 energy, and all you're going to do with it is put 1+1/+1 counter on the 2/2 that you attacked with, and they don't block because they think it's funny.
Yes, and it is.
And it is. But that doesn't make it a bad deck. It's just you're limiting yourself based on card selection, and I can appreciate that because not every deck has to go fuck a ball to the wall.
5 color, yeah. How are we doing for time there, producer Gary?
57 minutes.
Oh, perfect timing. Okay, budget section, and then the classic CCO spice rating.
I haven't done this in a long time.
Oh, yeah, and you can see on the TV behind us if you're watching on YouTube, spice rating stickers on sale. Get them while you can. Okay, deck, $412. That's what it would cost if you were just going to build this deck.
That's wild.
If we take into account the most expensive cards in the deck, that is the lands. That's what I was talking about, the mana bases and stuff in the 4 and 5 color decks can get to be cumbersome. We've got triomes and shocks. Take them all out. We're saving $110 there.
Yes.
And does that make the deck less good?
Yes.
Sorry. Does it make the deck less consistent?
Yes.
Yes. Does it make the deck less powerful?
Yes.
Technically, no, but because you're less consistent,
it's less good.
Aha.
Yes. So, yes.
So, I don't know what to do about that other than play less colors.
You slow it down and you play lands that come into play tapped.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the classic precon thing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, the deck's already slow, I bet.
Yeah. So, I mean, slowing it down by a turn, you're probably not going to notice, but here we are. This is the world we live in.
Yes. Now, most expensive card in the set, Vaughn collects $80 US to buy that piece of cardboard.
Yes, that's like 267 Canadian dollars.
It's like 78 mortgage payments. Yeah. Definitely the best card in the deck.
By a lot.
Cut it, don't cut it.
If you own it, play it. If you don't own it, you don't need it to make this deck go.
There you go.
You can just buy a doubling season instead.
The joke is doubling season costs the same amount of money.
Also expensive.
Though, you could save 5% if you don't want to buy a sealed deck. You could buy the single.
That's true.
CCO Holiday promo code. That's how you're going to pay less money to still play Magic.
That's right.
Okay, Flawless Maneuver, $18.
Probably caught that.
Yeah,
you can switch it for Obscuring Haze. That's the green one.
That's the green one, yeah.
That's the green one. It's a fog, so it's not necessarily the same, but you know, we're trying to save money here, not necessarily make the deck super much better.
Just play something that gives your guys indestructible. There's like 700 cards that do that now.
There's 82,000 things that do that, correct.
So if you make all those cuts, you are cutting $208 from the deck. We cut the price in half, and it's a $200 deck.
Which is what a deck fucking costs.
Yeah, especially if you're going to start with a $50 pre-con and then put like $150 into it.
Yeah.
That's $200.
And you've probably got most of the shit kicking around anyway. And a lot of this stuff is going to be in your LGS's, like, not chaff box, but like...
Let's be honest.
In the chaff box. That's where you're going to find this shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to be happy you came for it.
Yeah. I'm happy that we're doing the spice calculator.
Let's hit them.
Anybody who doesn't know, you can go to commandercookout.com, and there's like a little drop-down menu. You can find the spice calculator, and there's instructions on how to use it, and there's stickers to mark on your deck box how spicy your deck is.
Yeah.
Or what bracket it belongs in.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, popularity on EDH Rec. These commanders have 912 decks.
I think that makes them the third. I think I looked at the third most popular of this color, Dune Brood, or whatever the hell it is. Color pairing. There's only like 6 different ones.
Sure.
And it's like the third one, whatever.
Average mana value of deck, 3.12.
I would argue that is precisely where a casual deck should sit.
Yeah, remember when we used to say above 3.5 was the number?
Yeah. Well, power
times
creep,
they
baby.
be a changing. Yeah. Uniqueness rating. This is the number of different cards in our deck from the average deck for this partner pair on EDH Rec. Kind of takes some time to physically count.
Yeah. Not counting lands.
Not counting lands, yeah. 56.
Of course it is. We're playing energy.
Because we're playing energy.
We're playing energy in a clue commander.
Yes.
A clue commander.
Number of tutors, 0.
Yeah.
Number of dedicated win conditions. Now, this is different ways to win.
Mm-hmm.
And
that doesn't mean we have this card and this card. It means we're going to win by attacking with creatures. We're going to win by burning you out with all be one. What's the other one?
And then the other one was just like energy bullshit.
Well, there's no energy bullshit that's going to win you the game, though.
Yeah, I feel like...
If there was an energy fireball, then maybe, but there isn't.
Okay, I had it set at 3, but I'm setting it at 2. Spice calculator says 88.3.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
That'll burn your face.
Yeah, it'll something galvanic discharge. Card of the day. Card of the week.
Card of the week.
Get it at fusiongamingonline.com. CCO holiday promo code going to save you some cash there on your... Pave your driveway with galvanic discharges. I don't know. That's what I say. Big thanks to Fusion. Mm-hmm. Big thanks to Time Cop Cable Beck for sending that in, and all of the Patreon supporters. Everybody who's going to help me in Vegas plan the frickin' thing.
Yeah.
We were talking about tacos and chili and all the
taco
great,
chili,
all the stuff that we're gonna do.
Can you make taco chili? I bet you can. Hey,
you can. Chili nachos though.
Is Aiden all killer, no chiller, filler Miller going?
Buddy,
is Sync guy coming?
Hell yeah.
Okay, listen, you guys. I want taco chili.
We've already talked about it. Don't worry about it, Brando. We've got you covered.
Good.
Final thought of the day, and let's get out of here.
Taco chili is the final thought of the day. That's the only thing I'm going to be thinking about until Vegas, which is handy because it's the only thing I have to look forward to in my life right now. So I appreciate you all for giving me something to look ahead to. Mm-hmm. And I thank you to Cable Beck for sending this in to us. I thank Gary for giving an opportunity for us to record something where we talk about this. Who else do we thank? We thank Pile of Bones for giving us beer while we actually physically do this, and to keep us hydrated while we do Sidewalk Slam tomorrow. Or, as we could say, Sidewalk Slam tomorrow.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. What are we going to do next week?
I don't know. There's probably like 17 sets and 42 secret layers that we got to talk about.
Maybe we'll talk about that SpongeBob counterspell.
Oh!
Maybe we'll talk about the SpongeBob counterspell on the next exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!